It's second helmet season for the National Football League. On Sunday alone, 2 teams unveiled their alternate helmets. And for the Chicago Bears, it is orange helmet to go with orange jersey. Don't stare directly into it or you will burn your retinas. They will wear those uniforms twice this year, once at home against Washington, once on the road against Dallas, and then the Cardinals. These both came out of the blue with no advance notice.
I know, crazy.
This Cardinals helmet, I know that the black helmets, the black helmet, black. I think the Cardinals helmet is badass, especially because the base Cardinals helmet never did anything for me. That black helmet, when you get up close, it's like a red sparkle into the black color, and they've done something with the logo, and it's look at see the red. You got a little glimpse of the red there.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's my favorite, not throwback, because we've got a combination of some teams with throwbacks and some teams with, let's just go make up a new helmet. For the teams that just went out and made up a new helmet, that's my favorite one. Yeah,
okay, that's a good way to say it. It is really cool. It is. You didn't notice the red until I saw the official video yesterday. I saw a picture, I think, when it originally came out, and then watched the video yesterday and noticed that speckle of red that you're talking about. To me, pretty damn special, and it really is. I'm so happy the NFL is doing it. I think that's awesome. All right, so out of the new ones, I think that and the Bengals white helmet are the ones I look at to go, ooh, wow, I like that. And then don't get me wrong, I like the Saints and the black that they have, the Panthers and all that, but damn, this one right here just continues the Joe Burrow Bengal coolness tour here, where I'm starting to go, damn, their uniforms are kind of cool now.
Oh, and you were the loudest voice anti the Bengals uniform.
Crap.
You hate the Bengals uniform. You are warming up to it. You made that observation at one point last year as the Bengals were starting to become a good team. All of a sudden, their uniform starts looking better. And look, ultimately, I'm a businessman, and there are certain things that really have confused me about this whole process. I mentioned the fact that 2 of these were unveiled on a Sunday. It's a Sunday in July.
Yeah, what is everybody thinking?
I mean, you can drop it out of the blue on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It's going to have a little more traction. You're going to have shows that can react in real time. Yes, people are paying attention to social media, but that's just a very small sliver of our broader existence. It's a lost opportunity. And I'll tell you this, Chris, as well. When I saw the white Bengals helmet unveiled last week, first thing I did was I tried to buy one. And you can't buy one. Folks, get your act together. And this isn't just the Bengals. This is an opportunity to sell stuff. So the day that you pull the sheet off the helmet, you better have a link to a spot where people can buy it, because people will want to buy it.
Well,
unless they're trying to create some extra demand by denying us the ability to buy our Bengals white helmet. You should make it available. They do it with player jerseys. As soon as we know the guy's number, you can buy it. Every one of these teams should instantly have the ability for people to buy the full size and the mini version of their new helmet.
Do you think it at least what crossed my mind when I started to see it come out like this? Because I like you here over the last month have been like, why are these coming out now? Nobody's even paying attention to anything right now. I gotta think that maybe this caught teams by surprise to a degree, just because they changed the rule. I mean, when was the rule officially?
No. Here's what happened.
Okay.
Because I've seen some people suggest that last year when the league decided in July, out of the blue, they're getting rid of the 2 helmet rule. It was under advisement. They were thinking about it, and then all of a sudden, boom! It was last July, and teams had until the end of July to notify the NFL and get approval as to what their alternate helmet was going to be. Because you just can't say, bear with us. They have to tell the league what it's going to be. They have to see it. They have to approve it. There's a whole process that goes into it. And then once July 31 came and went, I said to the NFL, well, who took advantage of it? And they, we're not going to tell you that. We're going to let the teams announce it in their own time through their own choosing, and that's what we're seeing now. So all these helmets that are being unveiled this July were actually conceived and approved of last July.
Oh, wow.
So this has been in the hopper for a while. I don't know why there's this timing now that this is the week when we're going to unveil all these helmets, and I assume there's been some orchestration within the NFL to get teams to do it now, maybe before camp opens. But yeah, every team should have one. There's no reason not to have the second helmet because it creates excitement, and it's only a couple of games a year, and people will buy. They will give you their money to acquire a version of that new helmet to put in their homes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those. I think some of these are so cool. I wouldn't be shocked where if at some of the end of the year they start to go, well, that's what we want our uniform to be, the fan base. It starts to become a crying out. You know, like the Bengals. I could see that going that way. I like these Panthers all black, Mike. I like the all red Texans helmet a lot too, just for some different ones. They were pretty cool. You know, but I mean, as you know, and the one I don't think I've seen yet, and maybe I don't know how I missed this. I don't know if I saw the Commanders alternate one. What does that look like?
That's all black.
Oh,
that
one.
black.
I did see that. Okay, that's what I couldn't picture it. So, yeah, I like that as well. But, man, I'm really pumped about the G-Men. You know that. Going back to the glory days of the Giants, wearing that right there. You know, my dad, Lawrence Taylor, Joe Morris, Mark Bavaro, Harry Carson. That's what I grew up. You know, that's the one I can't wait to see when it actually gets unveiled, you know, for their 2 games against Washington and the Bears, I believe, are the 2 this year.
And, hey, for all we know, there's more teams that are going to drop on Monday instead of on Sunday the news of a second helmet. And my son, the Vikings fan, because obviously I'm not, I hate all teams equally, my son is very concerned that at some point the Vikings are going to catch this crazy idea that they should have a yellow helmet.
I was thinking, if I'm thinking alternate, it's going to be yellow, right? Isn't it?
That would be, because that's the color of the helmet. I mean, the helmet that the Vikings wore was gold. Maybe it'd be like a gold. Maybe like, but see, they're that, like for the Bears with orange. Well, what other color are they going to have? It's either white or it's orange or black.
Right.
Like, even though people don't have black in their color scheme, it's just, let's just make it black. But
you get them to do white. Maybe they could do an all-white helmet with like the purple Viking emblem.
He fears a yellow Viking helmet, so hopefully that won't happen.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.